Kings, queens, and the royalty in between. My preferred name is Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Team, I was down for the count yesterday. I literally threw up every 5 minutes for almost 24 hours straight, minus the little bit of time that I was sleeping. And it wasn't until I threw up hard enough that my stomach literally dropped out of my rib that I realized that that was a hiatal hernia. So I have a little bit of heartburn, but nothing too crazy. So sorry about no video yesterday. We're back on track. Okay. Also, eat trash, hail Satan. Figured you'd want to peep the fit. Okay. Today, we are going to be doing a longer video on lucid vivid dreaming because it's actually the biggest gift that I have right now, and I wanted to talk about it more in detail. Okay, so I wasn't really sure where to get started with this one, but I think it's fair to say I have like 3 to 4 dreams typically at night because of my personality disorder. So I'll like switch before bed typically, and then I'll dream, and then I'll wake up, and then I'll switch, go back to bed, dream, get up, switch, sleep, go back to bed. So I can have up to 4 dreams a night. And my dream journal is really long. And the worst part is, it's not even all my dream journal entries. I don't even, I mean, I literally can't keep up with how many dreams I have, which is crazy. But you may find that you have more than one dream throughout the night if you have this gift. Whether or not you have a personality disorder, you might just wake up throughout the night, middle of the night, 2 to 4 a.m. You might find yourself waking up and then going back to bed and having a second dream. So, I wanted to talk today about how you can develop said gift and what you can do with that information. So, the biggest thing that you will need, obviously, is a dream journal, whether it be a physical dream journal or a like Google document, notes on your iPhone. I had a physical one, but I ended up losing it, so I just do like Google Docs on my phone and I just have like a massive Google Doc of all of my dreams. Y'all, there's a gnat and it's driving me up a wall, but I can't see it now. Anyways, number two, you're gonna want to get plenty of rest, like an unfathomable amount of rest. Okay? I used to sleep like 2 to 4 hours with my bipolar disorder because my mania would act up and I just couldn't sleep. But now I've trained myself to get like 8 to 12 hours a night. Some of you may even need to sleep throughout the day, like take a nap throughout the day, because in order for you to like lucid vivid dream, you do have to be relaxed enough, right? So if you're only getting like 2 to 4 hours of sleep, your body's not getting that adequate amount of time to like fully rest in order for you to like step into where you can dream vividly. Okay. So I know, I'm literally the same way. I literally get 2 to 4 hours of sleep. And I was like, that's not healthy for my dreaming. And so now I get a lot more sleep. Number three is drinking plenty of water. I drink straight up water because that's just who I am. Some people do like flavored water, like lemon water, cucumber water. Just hydration, just staying hydrated. If you're not staying hydrated enough, you can get headaches, you can hallucinate, you and also water is the lubrication to our bones and our organs. And our brain is also an organ that we should take care of. So please make sure that you're drinking adequate amounts of water. Some people drink water right before bed. I think you do it like 30 minutes before you go to bed. You have a glass of water or something. I do try to drink some water right before bed just to make sure that it's lubricating my brain and my organs so that it can help you sleep. Because if you're dehydrated, you can sometimes hallucinate, especially if you're like me and you were diagnosed with psychosis, so you naturally hallucinate. That can just help you keep track of, is it hallucination or is it like an actual dream that somebody's trying to download to me? Now, a lot of people are scared of higher powers visiting them in their dreams, and I understand how that could be scary, especially if you have ones that you don't know anyone, like you don't know them, you've never worked with them before, and they just kind of pop up in your dreams. But a lot of them prefer to show up in your dreams just because you are at your most relaxed and you are way less likely to turn them away or yell at them to get out. You know, you're way more susceptible to getting messages and actually getting full downloads. If you struggle to get downloads throughout the day, especially like, because I had my brain go, "Brrr." Okay, so I'm like going and going, and it's really hard for me to get downloads because my brain just gets too loud sometimes. Okay, so they like to show up in dreams for me. Um, and I really encourage you to work on this dream gift if you want to communicate with higher powers, and maybe your brain just gets too loud throughout the day, and you just need time where you can just truly relax so that you can fully tap in. Okay, so now we're going to move on to what you can actually dream about and or what I think you should keep in mind and look out for in your dreams. So the biggest one is your childhood home. I dream of my childhood home all the time, and it usually means that there's some childhood trauma or something that you didn't deal with. So for me, I have more trauma in some rooms more than others, right? So for me, a lot of my trauma is in the bathroom and in the dining room. So not only do I dream of my childhood home, sometimes they'll have me where I'm like in a certain room of the house, and that lets me know that there's a trauma related to that specific room that I've never dealt with. Now, that's a little too specific. Some of you might not resonate with that and just do your childhood home, which is completely fine. Okay. Uh, Now there's a lot of different meanings to this. These are just kind of the biggest ones that I've noticed and what resonates for me and a lot of the other people that I've helped. So, if you don't feel like these are resonating, but you're still dreaming about these, you can look up a lot of the other different meanings. Okay, part two is your teeth falling out. If your teeth are breaking, cracking, or falling out, or you're like swallowing your teeth, it's usually an indication that you're not speaking up about something. You need to be speaking up, but you're not. Somebody, either in the spirit or the physical, is trying to stop you from speaking out against something, right? Especially if it's a dream where you're like fighting with someone and they're knocking your teeth out. That's usually an indication that somebody is literally trying to stop you from getting a message out, getting, speaking out about your traumas, what happened to you, speaking out against societal problems, right? Um, Now, if you know the person, then that's clear indication. If it's just like a shadow person, it could be really anybody. Your family, your friends, your coworkers. Maybe it could be you that's preventing you from speaking out due to maybe trauma of being hurt if you speak out. Because for a lot of us, when we tried to speak out, the abuse would get a lot worse and a lot more intense. Okay. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Um, Speak your truth. If you have dreams about teeth, you need to speak out. You need to speak up. It could be that because you're holding back, it's causing a lot of blockages in your life. So it could be that you need to work on your throat chakra if you resonate with that, or really just speak up and speak out. You're holding something back, and you should not be. Okay, falling. This one is a big one. So I want to tell you, don't let this scare you, but there used to be this like little like conspiracy theory that was like, oh, if you're falling, it's because the angels were trying to like take you to the other side and then they like dropped you and that's why you fell. You literally fell back into your body. Um, I kind of believe that. I had an experience as a kid because it was like over 100 degrees in my room because the AC didn't work and I fell asleep and I got so hot that I like started to like leave my body and then I felt myself just fall back into my body. Um Falling typically means that you so literally it could mean a loss of control in your life. So it could mean that you are mentally spiraling or emotionally spiraling out of control. You have a lot of things in your environment that you cannot have control of or can't get control of because maybe you waited too long and it kind of festered to the point that it's now boiling over. So it's really hard for you to gain access to all the things in your life and you're surrounded by a lot of chaos, right? Because you think about falling, you're not in control and you're desperately trying to get in control. Because even I have dreams where I fall and I'm immediately trying to grab onto something and gain control, but I can't. I can't gain control of the predicament that I'm in at the moment. So, if you're falling in your dreams or you're just falling in general in the dream state in any way, shape, or form, please take note of that. Okay, a similar concept is your high school. If you're dreaming of your high school, your college, your grade school, and you're back in those time periods, especially if you're like not age regressing, but you're like back in high school in your dreams. There's also unresolved memories, issues, emotions, something that needs to be addressed as well. Same as your childhood home. A lot of us, um, like I have dissociative amnesia, so I've forgotten things, I've suppressed things, I've been gaslit out of a lot of my trauma, so it's hard for me to remember things. So a lot of times they'll show me places in my dreams to be like, yeah, there's still memories you haven't unlocked here that you need to, and that it's holding you back. So do keep in mind, um, try to see if you can uncover those memories. If there's people in the high school that you're dreaming about, if there's a specific memory, just try to keep note of that and write down as much as you can. Now, for this video, I'm just going to do places. I think in the next video, I'm going to do animals, and then I'm also going to do one about numbers. Because not only do we see things in our dreams, we see a certain number of things in our dreams. And I want to discuss that too, because it's really important, especially like when we're connecting with higher powers and they have like sacred numbers or favorite numbers, and we might see repeating numbers or their numbers in our dreams. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is what I'm going to throw up a picture right here. So I had a dream where I was running from something and then I ended up stumbling on this portal in the forest. So, what that could look like. I have had dreams of being in a parallel universe as well. But I'll get into that in a second. So, with tree portals, it could mean that you're ready to step into the unknown or you're being presented with the unknown. Because if you look, it's we have no idea where it leads, right? Are we going to get hurt going in there? Are we going to be abundantly blessed? We don't know. So, there's that deep fear of the unknown when these portals come up. It could be that you're trying to step into a new timeline, but you're holding yourself back from doing so. Okay. So when we see these portals in our dreams, and I was aware enough that I was looking at this portal and I was like, I'm not stepping in there because I don't know what's going to happen to me. Right. Which was my confirmation that I was ready to step into a new timeline, 1313, but I was holding myself back from stepping into the unknown. I was scared of what would happen when I took those next steps. And so, sorry, my heartburn is acting up. So if you're dreaming of portals, kind of like those ones, could be your indication that you are scared to step into the unknown. Now, if you're like, well, I dream of them, but I'm not scared, then it could be that you're leveling up in some aspect of your practice or your life. You're ready to step into a whole new world, a whole new phase of the next phase of your journey, which is excellent. Okay. So keep in mind, are you scared when you're looking at it? Are you not scared? Are you ready to embrace what's ever on the other side of it? Because you could be the one holding yourself back if you're scared to see those. Okay. Last but not least, I want to talk about this house right here. If you're a medium or you have psychic abilities, you've probably seen this house in your dreams or you've been to this house. Let's talk about it. So, a lot of us have visited there. I went here, I went in the house, I was kind of looking around. A lot of the spirits let me roam around and look around. One spirit tried to get me to go in the basement, and I was like, respectfully, nothing good happens in basements. So, like, no. But a lot of people say that the spirits will give you wisdom and guidance. If you treat them correctly, they will give you wisdom. They'll help you along your journey. Some people said that if they've tried to go there and they've gotten thrown out by the spirits. Uh, I didn't get wisdom and knowledge from the spirits. They just simply let me roam around because I was a curious George. But if you're seeing this house, you're a psychic medium for sure because they only let psychic mediums even know about the house. Go in there to look around, to communicate with the spirits. Um, a lot of people have said, do not allow them. Like, don't make them mad. Okay? Don't make them mad. Rule number one, just do your best to be respectful. If they won't tell you anything, don't ask. If they give you knowledge, please say thank you. But if not, they just let me walk around. And they also tried to get me to go in the basement. And I said no. So, anyways, if you are dreaming about this place, there's a really good chance that you are a medium or a psychic and don't know it. Because a lot of people didn't know that they were gifted when they were going to this house. Because I've been going to this house um, on and off since I was little. Like, I remember dreaming of this place and thinking, yeah. And I even started to draw it in one of my books, 1616. I literally had a drawing of it somewhere that I think got destroyed. But, anyways, so yes, I think that's enough for places. I'm going to do one on animals, one on numbers, and then one on other things that you could experience. Because dreams do allow you to tap into your past lives. So, I'm going to tell you about that as well, about how my dreams in my past lives and all the dreams that I've had from ancient Egypt to dreams of me dying in a house fire in my past life. We're going to get into all that in the other videos. So, if you are down with that, let me know. Stay tuned, okay? I also have those other series that I started. I'm going to keep making videos about those as well, okay? We're going to I'm going to loop back and we're going to get all that going, okay? So, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I hope this finds you alive and well, and I'll see you in the next one.